Hi guys, it's Joey. So I decided to use the video camera. I think I must be insane because I'm not well, so I thought this was the ideal time to go on the video camera and look like hell. Precursor to this video. I was sick all last night and it's gonna probably be quite a personal video, kind of a I might cry in this video, I don't know. And if that's not your cup of tea, then I've said it, that's what this video is right now. So if you don't want to know, and just don't watch it. So yeah, and I wanted to say this is basically going to be healing with the Dark Goddess, and it's something I've been and am going through right now. And I watched the Four Queens video and found her video insightful as always and moving, and I'd been mulling around the idea of doing this video, and it's obviously extremely personal, so it's kind of hard. It's probably going to be cathartic as well because it helps me just talk, I guess, talk out loud. And before I get into that, I just want to say a few thank yous to people who have been sending me messages or helping me and things. Firstly, to my sister and my best friend, my real life best friend, who have both always been there for me, but you know, they've stuck by me again through this difficult period of my life. And to Baymoon, who I've got a list, Baymoon, who, bless him, keeps, you know, sending positivity my way, checks in on me. To Miss Bramble, to Miss Crystal Flower, to Bella, Deanna, Jude and Charlie. Every one of those have checked in on me, you know, given powerful messages of support and friendship, and it's been appreciated. It has. There are many others, and I'm sorry if I haven't mentioned you. I just reeled a list off the top of my head and I'm not fully with it, so this video might get rambly. Oh, what a mess. Okay, so this video is called Dark Goddess Healing, and I don't like the term Dark Goddess, but it's just easier for sake of reference. So I've noticed that a lot of followers of Dark Goddesses, or goddesses with a death aspect, or goddesses with a crone aspect, are going through a lot of stuff right now, and the Wheel of the Year has something to do with it because we're moving into Samhain, which is the dark half of the year. You know, we go inwards, we look inwards, we reflect. That's how the Wheel of the Year is. That's how nature is around us. I guess physically darker, there's less, you know, less nature going on because as things get barer towards winter, and it throws into sharp relief aspects of ourselves and things that we need to deal with. And for the last few weeks I've been dealing with aspects of myself that, and you know, things from other people that have thrown me through a loop. I'm probably gonna cry. I'm shaking already. I've got my snowflake obsidian palm stone and I'm hanging on for dear life. I was watching the Four Queens video, and you know, when she talks about loving yourself first and sort of overcoming the negative ways in which we address or deal or things we do to ourselves. And I realised that I was doing pretty well up until the point where a few weeks ago everything got really, really hard, and I sort of took a stumble and started comfort eating again. Comfort eating has been my prop, and whilst I don't apologise for it when I went through the family abuse stuff, because it, you know, it meant that I didn't harm myself in other ways, now it's not even doing me any good, and it's just a crutch that I need to get rid of. There are others, and God, this time is is so difficult, and I decided to do this because I know other people who follow dark goddesses are suffering, and some of them might be suffering in silence, and I thought, well, maybe, you know, if I talk about the process that I'm going through for healing and finding myself, then maybe that will help. And the first thing I can say about it is, honest to goddess, it is hard. It is so hard. I've spent so many nights up shaking and feeling, I mean, like physically reacting to this healing, like my body has been shaking, and I've been casting off things and trying things, and things don't work, and then yeah. So suffering is part and parcel of healing. It's come to my reality that real healing isn't pleasant at all. And dark goddesses, they will rip you down, and they will tear you out, and they will throw you flat down on your face to make you redress things, to redress your balance, to redress who you are, to redress what you think you know and believe, and who you want to be, and who you even are right now. I made some notes, and I've actually left them in the other room, so I guess I wasn't meant to refer to them. The Four Queens talks about, you know, having self-love or self-like being the key element to healing. And I was thinking to myself, do I love myself? Do I even like myself? And I think the honest answer is sometimes, and some parts, and some things I still have difficulty with. I was considering how I often see things in quite black and white defined ways. Like, my ideas of honor and things are for the most part really strict, and I'm stricter on myself and more punishing on myself than I am on anybody else, and I've having to realize that everybody fails and nobody is infallible, and maybe I'm just too hard on myself and others. And the other side of this problem for me is that I often open my heart and love so freely that I just end up getting really badly hurt more often than not. And part of me wants to be open and be loving and be, you know, be big-hearted and free-spirited like that, and then the other half of me is like, how many times are we going to do this and feel betrayed? And I was thinking about the word betrayed, and I was like, a lot of people would think, you know, the word betrayed is a bit overly dramatic, a bit over-emotional, but for me that's how it feels, because I just feel everything so acutely. And how do I deal with that? I can't not feel things the way I feel them. I can address how I let people in a bit, but I can't stop feeling how I feel. And I don't think I should, or should want to. And that gives rise to, you know, I've been feeling the flip side of that negative feeling, from feeling like I'm not getting the love and respect back that I put into things. And I know where it comes from. Like, growing up, I had serious issues with nothing was ever good enough, and I'm not going to cry, all I ever wanted and still want is just to be loved and be the most important thing in somebody's life in all ways, and the only one. Because I never was. People put conditions on whether or not they love you, on how they treat you. And I'm being wary of doing it in my own life, you know. I'll love you if. But it's a great source of physical, emotional and spiritual pain for me that I'm trying to help myself heal through. Feelings have not been good enough, and you know, there have been layers and layers of different people making me feel not good enough, whether it be friendships, family, relationships, they're not really family and they're not family anymore, or partnerships. I've had every kind of negative experience with partnerships that you can imagine. Like, my first serious boyfriend was a nightmare. He slapped around, he destroyed my confidence, he insulted me, he would, you know, slip slights in, he would lie and cheat all the time. We cheated with so many women, and I've been cheated on so many times that it's a sore subject. It's for me. And it brings into sharp relief these feelings of, why do I always feel like I'm not enough? And I'm trying to heal myself and be enough for myself, because I think that's becoming a problem. I'm not where I wanted to be when I was young. I was very, very academic. I was supposed to, and had my head filled with these expectations by other people. Oh, you were supposed to be this, you were supposed to be earning 50k a year by now, and you know, I've had friends say it to me, family say, what happened? And what happened is someone else tore my life apart. My father tore our lives apart. And it was all we could do to survive. And this Samhain, I think I'm finally going through the dark healing that I need. And holy buckets, Batman. Good grief. A lot of people have often said to me, you know, you're strong. And they don't realise there's a price. There's a cost of being strong. And I truly friggin' hate the whole idea of you've been strong so you don't have to feel anything, and you can't show any sadness, and you can't show any weakness. I've had it said to me, you know, I'll just get over it, by the first person I really loved. And in that different way, that different love, you know, that soul push love. Just get over it. I was just like, oh my god. And then you're better than this. You're better than feeling sad. You're better than hurting. And like, you shouldn't feel the depth of your pain, of how much it hurts. I don't know how to deal with you is another one. I don't know how to deal with you when you're sad. Well, I don't know how to deal with me when I'm sad, so thanks for that. And the problem is, the things that people say, we carry them with us. And it's easier to carry the negative things than it is to carry the positive things. I don't know why. And they, you hear advice and they say it's always easier to carry the negative things than believe the positive things. And once somebody has badly hurt you, how are you ever supposed to listen to the good things they say ever again? How are you supposed to know if it's real or if underneath there is truth in the horrible things? I think time will tell with that one, with how they behave. Clues already. With friendships, with relationships, with every relationship, friend or not. I have a very strict policy that if you lose my trust and respect, then for 90% of people, in fact, yeah, for everybody that would be it. And it's only a couple of people who have loved and supported me my whole life who I sort of bent for, because I realised that they bad place and they made mistakes. And whilst this might be true for everyone else, it just depends on the relationship itself. My sister and I have had one serious argument in the 26 years she's been alive. And me and my best friend have had one serious argument in the 10 to 12 years we've known each other. And the rest has been respect and understanding, so... And then I look at that and I'm like, is that too unyielding of me? Like, I mean, it takes something pretty serious for me to lose my trust in someone, but... is that, again, my heart being too... feeling those emotions too much? I don't know. And the process of healing this, of looking at myself, and because I can look at myself critically and negatively, and I really can't do that in order to heal myself. I'm trying to look at the things that I need to release and be done with, and then where to go. Where is forward? That's my problem at the minute. I have no idea. I have no idea where forward is. And people are making, people make plans, and people want things, and people have expectations, and I don't even... I used to have a very clear defined idea of who I wanted to be, and I lost that because of everything. I wanted, believe it or not, to be a lawyer, and I could have been a lawyer. I could have been. I was clever enough, argumentative enough, and that dream just got lost on the wind because of everything, because life just came crashing down, the abuse, the fallout, everything. And now I'm here, and that's not what I want anymore. And my dream is to be an author, and it's the last real dream I have, because every other dream of how I thought things would be, I thought didn't happen. I thought I was going to be a good top earner by myself and independent fiercely that way. I thought I really, really wanted the kind of Notebook style love. And none of that seemed to be a reasonable belief, and didn't happen. And so being an author is what I have. Do I think I'm good enough? Absolutely. Absolutely. But being good enough hasn't ever been enough. God, I knew I was going to cry. All these things I wanted, And I don't know whether it's just part of growing up and releasing and letting go. Like, these things just weren't really who you thought you were, or who you were meant to be. So how do we move past that? And I think the Four Queens had it rightly. I can't keep looking at years down the line. I have to look at what I can do today, what is right now. Even that, I don't know. I'm so torn up inside, because, and I don't know if this is just part of the process, if this is just part of the being confused. I always had a very strong sense of right and wrong and left and right, where to go, what to do, and like, people come to me for times of drama and I'm just like, sort and fix and help. And now I feel lost at sea. I know there are, I know there are things that I love, like the creating side of things, and that brings me some joy. And I love doing that, and I've been doing that, and it's like, they're my babies, and from that maybe I can help sort of springboard myself into writing, and because of this process I have started writing again, and I think if I focus solely on, getting the first one done, then I can focus on the next step. And that must, in my heart, be the way to do it, one step at a time. I just don't know. I'm trying my very best not to go into victim mode, because I dislike it. I dislike it in other people, and I hate it in myself. And it's easy to do. Why me? That kind of thinking, it doesn't help anybody. And when things hurt, so that the pain is overwhelming, it can be easy to fall into that trap. And I keep, going before the goddess and being like, help me. Help me find the path. Help me know what I need. Help me find the things that I need. Not just want, but need. And that's healing. Just surrendering to the goddess and being like, I have no clue. I have no clue what I'm doing. Oh goodness. Wow, this is one raw video. The light in my face is helping you not be able to see how much of a mess I probably am, which is fab. I may document a few more videos and talk about the process of healing as I go through it. I'm obviously going through it and knowing how best to survive and cope. So I think that will do. I think I have sniffled all over this video quite enough, and I just needed to release some things, I think, and then move on, or at least move forward. So that is it for my overly sniffly, looking like an absolute mess video. Many blessings.